love me. You really love me.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, depending on time zone, obviously. Welcome aboard Christmas Eve Eve. Maybe Christmas Eve, maybe. Something to that effect. Anyway, Christmas is right around the corner. As the title board said, yeah, we're looking for a white Christmas. Well, we're going to find it pretty easy going to St. Louis. Maybe not here, depending on um, the way things are going with the storm moving in and how METARs are working out, because we found that out yesterday again. And, that's up to them. So we're just pumping the load values in here, and we'll come back to this page in a minute. Welcome in. Let's look out here at the bird sitting in Philadelphia. Or I'm sorry, Philadelphia, for those of you that live there. We're in gate A7. And the flight is to St. Louis, where there's a major winter storm. More to the story will be the major cold moving in over the country. Watched a lot of it on Discord yesterday. Not watched, read. Uh, Temperature drops and all. But again, temperature drops in Denver are okay. It's Denver. We expect that. Here in the Midwest, we may not expect it. So sorry about that in the background. The mascot for Flying with Mike had to get his 2 cents in and say Merry Christmas to y'all as well. That's what that said. That good deal. And they're putting salt down in our neighborhood. Good. So we're expecting up to around 2 to 4 inches here, folks. So we are on Virtual American Airlines. It's a new airline out there. And look forward to flying many flights with them. I'll give you a kind of a little anecdotal here. I just wanted to check them out yesterday, see what kind of airline they are. They're basically affiliated. Oh, that was cool, folks. The lightning behind us. That was pretty cool. Don't see that often in X-Plane. That was cool. Anyway, just thought since they're part of the Piedmont Virtual that I fly with, I'd check them out, see what they're going to be like, and you know, give my A319s a bit of a workout now, and not have to do it through Mac Air. And Mac Air is a great airline, but I like to be able to fly under that umbrella. And what a pun. But anyway, so I clicked on it to go in and check it out before I would join. And lo and behold, I joined. So that's how we got to be part of Virtual American Airlines. So I'm already part of Piedmont Virtual. You all see the flights flying Northwest in Piedmont. Um, why not? So we'll give it a try. It's my first flight that you have to do within 10 days of joining. And I figured, why not Philly? I ran an airline based out of Philly, Charlotte. So why not aptly put myself there, since we're not going to go through the story because it may upset some people who actually own American. It's a fun story, but we're not going to do it. But anyway, there's the beastie we're going to fly today, the A319-112, and this is by ToLis. So, folks, there's a lot of avionics here, and I really love this plane. I wish I could fly it every flight, alternate between it and the 747, just back and forth. Oh, and for those that tuned in yesterday for the flight from Dubai to Tel Aviv, we landed with no trim again. We're talking with Zebo right now. They're reviewing some of the flight video yesterday and all of that good stuff. We're chatting to make sure things on my end are set right and all of that. So we are working on it. It has occurred to a couple of other people. But this time, by the grace of God, we were able to land in Tel Aviv. That might be why we're landing in God's country. You never know. Tongue in cheek there, folks. And please, oh, that's what the lightning bolts were for. He knew it was coming, so he shot them at me already. But that was cool if you guys didn't see it. If not, roll it back. You'll see it. It was pretty good about 2 to 5 minutes ago. Oh, and look at that. I'm helping out Hawker 125. He has stock in American. It's about to fall. As Flying with Mike gets in the air with him. Oh, just kidding, folks. But anyway, like I said, we're on the ground here in Philly. We've spoke way too long here on the ramp. Let's get back up in that cockpit and resume where we were. Now, real quick catch up. What you caught me when we came on here, we were putting the peoples and all in. I don't fully trust using this or this to load the people. So I still do it the old-fashioned way. And you can see the different things. I can do a pushback, which we won't use this one. I can refuel it, but I run into troubles with it. And then, of course, I can put the cargo in. Actually, it's already there, I think. Let's pull up the Toliss screen. I think everything's already set. It sure is. Okay. All right, cool. I like it when it does that. All right. And then, of course, we can de-ice, which we just might do on the way out of here. And then over here, page 2 is the peeps. Now, this one I do trust, so we'll do that, and we'll leave that alone. So we're good here. Now we're going to pull up the McDo. Here's where the fun starts. All right, so let's see. We are left with clearing that. Go to the init page. Do an init request. Let it do its thing. It's going to fill a lot of the information in for us. Look at that. Not done yet, folks. Boom. All of it's in. Let's go ahead and align the IRS. There we go. GPS primary. Got our lat lawns loading up. We're good to go. We just swing over to this one and hit clear real quick. All right. So we like that, folks. Now, what did that do? A couple of things. Here, let me just bounce over to F-plan. Look, my flight plan's here. And it's also ready to do my next step. Let's get the winds first. Requesting. Climb winds. Okay, and we're looking at 237. Woo, we're going to have a stiff headwind to St. Louis. All right. And then we'll go to the next phase, and it's already in there, but we'll do it. There we go. All right. Back to here. All right, so we got the init page. Oop, what did I click? Data. That's why. Okay. Let's go to the flight plan page. All right, departure today. Going to do a quick. Let me just see if this will work. 35925. See what the ATIS is saying. Now, how many of you noticed D-ATIS? You know, if you go to that link in the chat, you can find out what the real world is doing, because we're sure not hearing it from the local area. All right, so real world. I'll leave it up to you all to go get it. I'm not going to set a screen to it. So coming out of Philadelphia, we have information tangle. Now that may or may not be true for VATSIM, but this is real world at this moment. It's a special one, wind 070 at 10, runway 9s, 4 miles visibility, Visibility is good. Light rain drizzle, 2,900, 4,200, 5,000. We're good on clouds. We're good out of here. 4 and 3, so we could be seeing fog. Although with that wind, it may not happen. 3022 for the altimeter, departing 9 left. Okay, click 9 left. And we'll insert. And then I'm going to do this. Boom, we're ready to go. It's a real good tool, folks, especially like right now. I could come up here. Gee whiz, what's going on in St. Louis right now? Look at that. I've got all the weather. Light snow, 3/4 mile, 320 at 13. Well, folks, that already tells me we're legal. We have blowing snow, so the winds are up, obviously. 320, 13 at 24. They're getting up here too, so they're not fully to that yet here. ILS-30 right approach in use. Ooh, look at that. That gives me that part of it. And I'm still 2 hours away. So it gives me an idea what I'm looking for. It's a great tool for y'all folks. D8is, that link will get you to it. And then all I've got to do is come on down. Come on down. You're the next contestant. I don't. Some of you go, what are you talking about? Too young. Alright, so arrivals. ILS 30 right. Arch. Trish. And I think we can get Indy out of this somewhere. There it is. Alright, so what did we put in here? ILS. First off, we clicked, as you saw, arrivals for St. Louis. ILS 30 right. The star, Arch 2. Transition for the star, Trish, and we're only using that just for sequencing and just for getting it in here. Transition on the star, VHP, because that's our last waypoint in our standard flight plan. Now, when you fly for like virtual American or virtual Piedmont, they also have Spirit and EasyJet, I think it is, also in their umbrella that you can join and fly for. All you're going to get when you set up your flight plan is just the route, minus SIDS and stars. So you still have to plan the SID and star. It just won't put it in for you, even if you manually input it. So, all right, and there we go, back to F plan. If you bear with me 1 second here. Clear. There we go. And what I'm going to do is do a quick flight plan check. Just do it over on this one. Drop it down to 20 though. Alright, and we're just going to step through it. So there's what we're doing. We come off, we make that nice turn, and then go direct to MXE. Up arrow is just like next page. Okay, I guess I can't do it that way. I just learned something, folks. Okay, we'll do it this way. Back to F plan. Same thing. Arrow up is next page. Okay, now you see the map move. And all we're looking for is discontinuities and a route that just goes phew, swings hard some other direction for God knows how far way off route because it was interprop. Okay, coming through, everything's looking good. We're at air, good, good. And basically it's right here where you're set it up. It's if you're in the Boeings, folks, you put it on plan and you hit step, 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 step. That's what we're doing. Okay, creep, ILS, and there's the beginning of the Arch 2. No discontinuity. Cool. Like that. Okay. We're not worried yet about altitude restrictions on all that. Folks, we have 2 hours to worry about stuff like that. All right. Now, what I am gonna do, I am gonna go clear. I think I can clear the manual, then clear the discontinuity, and then insert. That way, we don't have any discontinuities. We fly straight into Trish and right on the ILS. We'll have to set a couple things up. This plane is pretty automatic, folks, so it will rock your socks off. And that is a Flying with Mike-ism. I just noticed something disappeared again. There it goes. That's fine. I don't need that on there. All right. That takes care of that. Flight plan is loaded and looks good all the way in. Okay, back to F plan. All right, next up on my list here is rad nav. So we check our rad nav, make sure you could set radios in here in courses if you want. I'm not. This is if we have to come back. All right, next on our check here will be the init B page. Okay, this is the A page we filled in. Now, if you have ToLis and you're in X-Plane12, I think it does this in 11. Don't quote me. I haven't tried it yet in 11, that's why. All you got to do is put in your departure/arrival, click that, and that's it. Do not go any further. It's going to fill it in for you. Now, to go to the init B, remember all these lovely arrows? Let's click that one in. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh. Oh, we are on the right page. It just, for some reason, I guess I got used, maybe the 320s is slightly different. I don't know. But anyway, what we're wanting to make sure is our zero fuel weight shows up right here. And in our case, it may be off a little. Yep, we're going to put 115 decimal tree. Yep. Okay, now, to make sure, if you're one of those like me that go, oh, I don't trust technology. Oh, you're in the wrong plane. But anyway, this is high technology here, folks. It's a pretty good plane. So there you see our zero fuel weight is 115,343. Zero fuel weight CG. That's after the slash up here. So we put a slash. It's saying 27.6. 27.6. And I'll put that over just a bit so I don't click out of it. Okay, that's now set. We're running out with 17,902. That's good. All right. Now, I am going to a page. I am going to give you the link to it. I'll have you go to it. I'm not bringing it up because it requires back and forth on pages. Oh, did I do it wrong? What's wrong with my perf? Oh, you know, I spelt it wrong. That's what I did wrong. Like, what happened? There we go. Go to that site. Now you're gonna... Oh, I did it again. Now, when you go to this site, you may have to... Where did I put it? There it is. You may have to click main page. Okay, so we're in A319-130 is not going to hurt anything. Gross weight, though, for the flight is 132,474. And we'll put pounds. 32. Okay, they're calling it, we'll call it 800. CG, we'll just go with what we got, 27.6. We'll go flaps 1. We'll go with total air conditioner on. We're at KPHL. Sometimes it lets us put the runways in. Try it, capital. And it looks like it may not. Okay, feet. 9 left is 9,500 feet. Heading 087. Runway is, we'll call it wet. Airport elevation 36. All right, and it's going to want it that format. Okay. Good thing is I have a program that might be somewhat helpful. Better yet, I'll go the other way. Okay. Hang on a second, folks. We are looking at 22. Leroy, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid with 19 viewers. Raiders, welcome in. Welcome aboard the ToLis A319 Virtual American we are flying for. And I am just getting the basic data in here because it's on a website here. Let's see. 1023 temperature. OAT will go with, oh, where's my METAR? 4 degrees and 060 at 10. Okay. I hope you're going to have a Merry Christmas there, Melvin. We sure appreciate you aboard. Calculating. All right. So now we go to the perf page. I went to the perf page. There we go. All right. So we just basically got to plug in transition altitude as obvious. V1 speeds. That will come up with 133. Not 113. V3. Then we're going to plug in 141. And I believe that's 146. Transition obviously is 18,000. All right, we said 1 for the flaps. Can't remember if they give that to. Oh, they do. I have a takeoff calculator here too, folks. Now, I can use TOGA, or I don't have to use it. All right, so we're looking at up 03, up 02, so we're close. 1/up 0. We'll go with theirs 3, because we're going to go out of here not flexing. So we're TOGA out of here because of the snow and ice. Temp, we're not flexing. Engine out. I don't think Black Box did this airport. I'm going to just check real quick. You know, he surprises me every now and then. Most of it's Europe, and some in the Tenerife, Casablanca area, and some around the Saudi Arabia, Oh, wow. He's got a lot of U.S. airports now. It's funny. He has O'Hare, Orland, Palm Springs, Reno, but he forgot Philly. That's okay. He's a busy man. He also is a real world bus driver, so you know what? He's got his hands full in his Airbus all the time. But it's great that he provides, and what he provides, aside from a lot of information here, is this information right here. Your thrust reduction acceleration, engine out acceleration. I got a plane headed in towards Europe. We'll be using his site quite a bit here next year, so we'll be doing some flights up to where his territories are. All right, so we got what's the runway slope here? Because we need to get over to Sim Toolkit real quick. Minus, is that what that's saying? Minus 0.3. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to leave it at 0 because it doesn't look like I can do much with it. All right. So, we are set here. We finish up the flight plan, and then we're gone. And I will be right back. My wife has a phone call. All right, folks, I've been cleared back on the airwaves. My wife had a business call. That's all it was. She'll let me know if I need to go silent again. All right, so, folks, we are to a point where we're ready to kick this thing backwards. Now, let's take a look at a couple things here real quick. We're a little late out of here. Weight and balance. Oh, I didn't see that. I could have used that. Takeoff performance coming soon, landing coming soon. All right, so here we go. Okay, let's ground services. Okay, 40, we're set and ready to go, folks. Let's check the airplane out. Doors are closing. All doors are closed, as you can see here. We are ready to push. And again, Melvin Leroy, thanks for the Raid 19 Raiders. Welcome aboard. Hope you all enjoy the flight over to St. Louis into the snowy cold weather. And it is beginning to accumulate here. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is get better pushback on. First off, I'm going to look at my taxi chart. I will get pushed back to 7. Okay. All right, let me do that. Okay, so push back to 7, facing west. Okay. Now, y'all are going, Mike, we can't see that. Hang on, let me see what I can do. There it is. All right, there's Sim Toolkit. We'll do a quick look at the flight and we're backing out of here. All right, so you can see we've got a lot of precip right here. Here's where we're going, and here's that snow I was talking about. Could be heavy by the time we get there, depending on when the METARs go. All right. Load sheet for today, we are scheduled out of here with 95 peeps. Payload of 21,850, and there's our zero fuel weight, folks. 18,000 is loaded. 38,000 and a cost index of 27. And the flight plan sheet, now this is in the format of American. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's actually readable, unlike United's. So basically we're American Airlines 533 on the 22nd day, tail number and alternate of Kansas City, and there's our routing. Now of course it does not include the arch, which we've got added. So there's our cost index, there's our wind and payload. And I think that's the biggest things on here. So let me switch into the live map so you can see everything going on here. Okay, so it doesn't look like, oh, Philadelphia Tower looks like it came online. All right, so we'll deal with that here in a minute. And we're ready to go. So hang on, I want to make sure. 533, okay. We had problems with that last time, that's why I wanted to double check. And we're just kind of, there's Philly Tower, 118.5. All right, folks. Let's see if he PDCs me. So I'm calling the better pushback.
Route to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
All right, we'll come back to here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, beacon on. Not sure if we're going to get a PDC or not. Okay, guess he's not going to do that.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Philadelphia Tower, American 533 at gate A7, request clearance to St. Louis.
American 533, cleared to St. Louis via the Philadelphia 2 departure. Later vectors to Modena, that has filed. On departure, climb maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 125.32, squawk 3047.
And Tower, could you repeat that squawk one more time?
Squawk 3047.
Okay, American 533 cleared Philadelphia 2, Modesto transition vectors. 5,000 initially, 38,000 10 minutes after, 2532 for departure, and 3047 for the box. We're ready to push.
American 533, read that correct. Push and starts at your discretion. Call me for taxi.
American 533 will call for taxi.
American 1776, you're cleared across runway 9 left and taxi to the gates via November. Alright, cross 9 left, taxi to the gates via November, American 1776.
Okay, we're set there. Beacon is on. Just want to make sure those chocks are removed. All right, and we are cleared to push.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, we're gonna do a little different here. We're gonna try and amp it up just a notch more in the realism side. We're doing pretty good on the realism side and pushing back late. But we're gonna try and do a cool or warm up cool down as we go. So should be getting a turn here soon. Maybe. There he goes. I say you should be turning anytime now. It's those airport operation guys. You know, they just don't get it. Uh, Now, what do I mean by realism, folks? What we're going to be doing here is the proper warm-up required. That being, I didn't even know we had a departure, by the way, folks. That shocked me. Oh, New York approach or center is up. Okay. Anyway, technically, when you fire up the engines before you really start to taxi, should warm up for 3 minutes. I didn't know that. Thank you, Hawker. I at here. So you should warm them up for 3 minutes. So what we're going to do is get out here to the taxiway. Actually, when we get back to that 7, I'm going to start cranking
Attention
engines.
all aircraft. Philadelphia International altimeter 3022.
What the heck was that? Go ahead and put 125.2 in. Three, 2, 5. Yeah, 325 is what it looks like. He told me wrong. 2532. Oh, he did tell me right. Okay. I just misinterpreted myself. All right, let's crank them up. All right, so what we do here, folks. Engine mode to start, which is to the right. Then we start engine 2. And with the gray box here, that tells us it is starting up. And it does this automatic, folks. Okay, we got a light off. Got a pretty good shower going on here, folks. Okay, there's a vAAL. So now we could technically start up number 1. We're going to hold here for a second. Just to give you an idea of what we did. We were pretty much down there and we programmed better pushback to basically come back just like we're doing to this spot right here, 7. And then we'll be ready to go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. We'll start
Disconnecting
number
tow. Stand by.
Okay, there it goes. And then we'll start the timer once this one goes. That way both engines are warmed up. Engine 2 is ready to go. On the right side there. It's engine 1 we got to go. And we'll start the timer with a vAAL. Okay, and the timer's right here. When it hits 3 minutes,
XO is
we're warmed up.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Okay, APU bleed can now go off. Ground spoilers to armed. There's our pins. Okay. All right, ground spoilers, flaps, pitch. What did we say we were going to be up a 3? Okay, and up here we'll get the ice on. Oh boy.
Remember, Duluth Terror 8442. Let's request standby number 1.
Cross-checked. And we are a minute and a half, still got a couple to go. Taxi and folks, I will be right back. I just disconnected with VATSIM, so we're not causing any troubles. I'll be right back.
Attention all aircraft. Philadelphia International Altimeter 3021.
All right, folks, I do apologize for that emergency break there. I would not have made it to the lab airborne. So, forgive me. And we're going to, out of respect, stay off of VATSIM till, because I don't want to be in the way of somebody right now. All right, so we got tests done. I think it says 8 minutes, so we're good there on the warm-up. And, okay, ice. That's what we were working on, ice. Engine ice, and we'll go ahead and turn the wing on. Slides are armed, brakes, flight controls. We'll do our check. Left. Right. Trim set. Yeah, when I first got this for X-Plane12, this ToLis A319, I only had one pedal. Alright, quite comical. But anyway, flight management, all set. Takeoff config, we're ready to go. Alright, well, darn it, I really wanted to see how they taxied us. To 9 left. Well, I won't get that now. And that's my own doing. Sorry, folks, again. That was not intentional. We just had to go. All right, so we go now, heading down to Yankee to Whiskey. Look at that lightning, folks. That looks pretty good. Now, if we could just hear it. The after effect, the thunder. As the thunder rolls. All right, so we could come down at Kilo 6, which will be spot 3 up ahead of us. Man, I feel bad that I had to drop off VATSIM like that. But it wouldn't be fair to come up now in the way of people and resequencing in. All right, so I'm not sure how many are in the house as to who has X-Plane12 and whatever. What are your thoughts on X-Plane12? Yeah, we'll come off here at spot 3, do the zigzag over. What are yours? What say you about X-Plane12? Fussers, your chance to attack. Okay. Only right now, one of the things that kind of annoys me with X-Plane12, and there it is, the rain effects are phenomenal, but sometimes they make it extremely difficult to read the runway. As in this case, I thought I could go all the way down to the next taxiway and use full-length departure. But again, it's pretty rough. Okay, so we're, but you know, I like X-Plane12. Otherwise, I mean, the clouds, we're going to see them here in their glory here in a minute. All right, let me make sure I'm off. That is unloaded. Okay. Takeoff will be chronos start. Let's get that ready. Throttles to 50%, brakes released. Then we'll go to flex or toga. We're going toga. V1. Here, let me pull it up. 133, 141, 146. And we're ready to go. And again, my apologies to y'all. I had every Ooh, we are not ready. Ooh, we did not catch this. Initial 5,000. I guess I should do that. Okay, that's good, that's good. All right. Yeah, center is up through all of that. Oh, man. So what I'll do, and again, so I don't cause heart attacks out there by people, I'll come on inside Cleveland airspace. Because I'm just feeling so awful I had to come offline. If I commit to come online to fly, and then I have to come off for that, it just upsets me, folks. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it clear for takeoff. And I am going to go ahead and bring on the strobes, bring these guys up. Got myself going too fast. There we go. All right, timers. Here we go, folks. Flaps 1, green. Brake fans on. Man, that's some good lightning kicking here. Wow, no sounds. Okay, I've got to figure that one out. Bear with me while I figure that out real quick. Sorry for that, folks. Figured it out real quick. All right, let's continue on. Flaps up. Okay, brake fan off.
Attention all aircraft. Philadelphia International Altimeter 3020.
I'll set it to 240 for now to keep us under speed restrictions. All right, now the fun part, folks. Okay, let's get... Okay, we're still 10 minutes. Expect 380, so... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn north. Actually, we're going to turn to 60, I think. Just go to 270. Still waiting for 10 minutes to go for 38,000. And see, I got a lot of traffic right in here, so I'm glad I didn't just pop back up. Oh, by the way, Senator, we're here. All right, now we are going to go direct Modesto. Okay, that's back on. I'm going to keep 240 for a little bit till we start climbing again. Oh, do I want it on F-plan or no, we're going to go progress? No. Roger, cleared to flight level 380. American 533. Going into a managed climb. There we go. Like I said, again, out of respect, I'll wait till I get into Cleveland. Just with especially as busy as it can get out in this area. That's never a good thing. All right, through the break that we unintentionally had. Hang on, we're gonna get St. Louis weather available to us now. Can't turn it all the way up. Why not, Mr. Hawker? Maybe instead of head jamming, I want to jam to CFM engines. Tongue in cheek here, folks. Tongue in cheek. All right, so we're through 10,000. Let's get those lights off. Outside. Good. We're starting to come out. Oh man, this is some awesome flying out here, folks. The lightning and all. The rain is kind of okay, but that lightning is awesome. Wow, look at those clouds, folks. That is awesome. Don't hold back. Oh, look at that, folks. Lightning. Oh, that is... I'm here to tell you, folks, they have much improved this so much. Now the Jaggies, that's just me, because that's how in order for my system to operate decently, that's what it's got to do. Man, this is wild. Hawker, you got a good seat in the house there in that chair. It's not even an exit, so you can't jump. Oh, we're in the Star Trek or Star Wars effect. We're in hyperspace. Hey, we're coming up on 18,000. All right, folks, we are on the way out of here. Yeah, sorry, Hawker, we didn't have the exit seat for you to be able to bail out. All right, let me make sure I've done all my stuff here. Okay, we did all of that. V1 ground spoilers. Let's get down here. I don't think I put the spoilers back to normal. I did not. And lights are off. Flaps are up. I'll altimeter set, cruise set, and we're heading on up. I have to say, we're in a nice layer here, folks. This looks really, really good. That just looks awesome. Again, for the Raiders from Melvin Leroy. And again, a big shout out. Thank you, Melvin, for the big raid that came in. Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoy. We'd love you to hit the follow button so we could see you in future streams. All right, and I can honestly now... Uh-oh, hang on a second, folks. Be right back.
Attention all aircraft. Philadelphia International Altimeter 30191.
All right, folks, I apologize. Had a call I had to take. All right, so one of those calls, you know, you just have to take because they're promoting you. So So yeah, now I have more responsibility at work. Awesome. All right, we got an hour and 40 minutes as we're climbing, bouncing around up here. Let's get in here and make sure we're on course. It does appear so. I'd really hate to think we're flying over Boston right now. Not that I don't like Boston. Thank you there, Hawker. Appreciate it. So, but yeah, looks like, yeah, we're being promoted in the public safety world. All right, so we've punched out of the weather at least, and we are over what's called Flirt to Kippy to Lowry. Let me see where that looks here. Larry, sorry. It looks like Lowry on here. Oh, I wonder if I can fix that. I'm going to have to look at the documentation, see if I can get these to look better. So right now we are pushing right under Lancaster, Harrisburg area. So, and I know Hawker likes flying his aircraft out in that area. So, but I don't think he wants to fly today. He may have a tough time. All right, so we are 33 climbing for 38. 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes into the flight, folks, and an hour and 40 to go. Sit back, relax, chill, as many say they like to do when they come here. Love to hear you chatting away in the chat room there, folks. But I hope you also enjoy the lead up here to Christmas. So we had a great burst today. I'll run it through. I've seen it come by a couple times, but yeah, rather lengthy, but it's Christmas, folks. Believe me, the book of Luke, a lot of long chapters. But yeah, so a lot of application can come just from these three verses in Luke, and stark realities that some people don't get. So we'll get into that maybe a little later here. Get up, get in cruise, and hope y'all enjoy the ride. All right, folks. There goes 36,500 into the back pocket as we keep punching up here to our cruise. All right, let me see how things look on VATSIM real quick. Have much further events will be when we come out of New York. I'll be curious. One thing with American Virtual, folks, and if you haven't done it, I do have a little, if you just do exclamation mark VAAL, just like this. You can go over and check them out. So now if you belong to Piedmont or Spirit or EasyJet, I think are the other 3 or 4 they have. Be careful, because it'll join you. That's what happened to me. I wanted to go over and check them out and see what they were all about. There's pretty much, if you fly for those three folks talking to those right now, you're not going to see a lot of change other than what aircraft you can fly. The rest of y'all, it's going to take flying into a more realistic atmosphere for you. Like I said, I can get gigged if I didn't. By gigged, I mean points taken off on this flight. I don't allow the engines to warm up, or conversely, when I get to the gate, come in with them at idle, cooling down. Interesting. A lot of people, and they actually can track that. That's what's the part that amazes me now. What all can be tracked? Boy, I remember with the virtual airline I had, Virtual USA Airways, and Alaskan Virtual that I had started. Oh, all we got was landing data, and only in the form of feet per minute. That was about it. And then your time, did you accelerate or not, and your fuel. That was about all we got, folks. And now they can, oh my gosh, I'm shocked they don't even get the landing report out of Sim Toolkit. So it's really come a long way, this technology in the ACARs. I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm going to be talking to Virtual American / Virtual Piedmont. They're really one and the same, just different rules, different, obviously, aircraft. And there's people out there that like that MD-80. Well, they have them, folks. So if you're into those kind of planes, it would behoove you to maybe check them out. Again, Virtual American Airlines, vAAL. All right, we're getting on top of the cloud deck here, folks. Well, we're way on top of the cloud deck now. Let's look outside. And it's still loud. I guess I am going to have to turn it down this way a little. Let's bring it to here. That really looks good, folks. And again, the jaggies and a little bit of the blurring aside from behind the aircraft. Again, that's because of the way my settings have to be set for me. Now, this is I think it's come up here a couple times. My specs. You know what? Did I? Hang on a second. You know what? I didn't make that, I don't think, a command. I just made it a timer. Yeah, I didn't do that. Shame on me. Hang on a second, folks. Let me make that real quick. Okay, now that I have, of course it'll show up now on that. Okay. So because of the 2080, which is about 3 years old now, folks. Hard to believe, I know. We had to set our settings, and this is what it looks like. I let y'all see this so y'all can see how I had to set, and I'll show you the frame rates here in a second. So you get an idea. Cloud quality isn't all the way up. Shadows aren't all the way up. Rendering and world, these were important to me, so they are. And of course the jaggies come from this little guy here, anti-aliasing. Alright, as promised, frame rates. So, makes me very happy seeing that, and that, you know, and it's user. I can't sit here and tell you what your computer needs. You have to go through and figure it out, unfortunately. But that's what I did. So, alright, so let me get back in here. We'll leave that up here for a little bit, let y'all see how that's going. We are now level, so let's, for now we can turn those off. Alright, so we are in cruise. And coming out of New York airspace, we'll give it a little bit for respect. I don't want it to look like he just didn't want to talk to us. That's not it. I just was sitting on a taxiway. Granted, that's legal in VATSIM, but I didn't want to pop up on someone and cause their sim to have to possibly reset. All right, folks. So we got an hour and a half to go. And we're getting 50s roughly for our frame rates. Sometimes, I don't think it's showing up over here too. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how we check that. So, for now, we'll put this over on the map. See where it's at. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, it's... pull this down then. Here comes the map in. It'll be up here eventually. Alright. Boy, I gotta tell you some folks, coming out of Philly, that was pretty good. So, Hawker, what's the second flight? I don't know if we're gonna have one yet or not. Got to get through the first one, Hawker. We'll see. It's also, folks, for you all, I know you got a couple more days to Christmas. For me, I go to work tomorrow morning for 48 hours. I come home Christmas Day. So to me, my wife, it's our Christmas Eve, if you will. So I may cut it off. I may not. We'll see. We'll see what is out there. So, but we will definitely, if the METARs are up to date, be landing in snow. Starting to get a dusting here in the Mascouda Scott Air Force Base, Mid-America Airport area. If you want to look it up on a map, it's Kilo Bravo Lima Victor. St. Louis, just the other airport. The 747 out of St. Louis to Minot. Why not Minot? We'll see. No promises on what the second flight will be. If there's even going to be one, we'll see what time it is when we get down on the ground. We're obviously snowbound until tomorrow morning when I got to go to work. So not a lot going on here, but still. bumped around a little bit up here. May have to check my flight plan. I'm going to have to say, now with American Virtual, when you build your flight plan within them, you have to use their ACARS program. The American Airlines format they use is actually it's pretty good, folks. I could follow through it. Little help from them in translating a couple things. But overall, it's a pretty good format. United gives some nice information like the troposphere, the en route temperature average, and so forth. But I did like that American format. That was really good. And I'll bring it up here again in a minute as we get a little closer, and then we'll prepare for the arrival into St. Louis. So, again, the A319 with the shark fin winglets on it. CFMs, looks good, folks, looks really good. Yeah, we're going to have to get in here. Sorry, folks. Chops just enough, we're going to go ahead and kick the belts on. Probably for the rest of the flight. By the way, speaking of turbulence, I've seen a video lurking about my dad, an ex-airline pilot himself, with U.S. Airways, actually Allegheny, one of their subsidiaries, the puddle jumpers. Talked about a flight, Hawaiian Air. I think he said it came out of Phoenix. That's irrelevant, really. On approach into Hawaii, hit massive turbulence. So folks, when they do turn that seatbelt sign on in flight, they did it to us going to Mesa a few weeks ago. Left it on for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. It stinks, I know. You might want to think about it. 30 people got injured. And because of the turbulence they hit. It was pretty severe over the Hawaiian Islands, where most people think of tranquility. Not that day. Hasn't been, actually. It's been pretty rocking and rolling out there. So, but yeah, 30 people got hurt on this A330 coming in from Phoenix. And like I said, there's a video that talks about it. It's all about the turbulence. And it's something to think about, folks. Looking at the turbulence. Holy mackerel. Hang on a second. That does not sound good. And as with most VAs now, they do have a Discord channel. Whoa. Oh, the Weather Channel. Is that me? For a second there, I thought it was me. Holy mackerel. Oh, anyway. Hang on a second, folks. I need to check one thing, how this scale is. Turbulence. TD. Moderate turbulence. So we're... Okay, so right now we're moderate, and I don't think I see any... Nope, it'll lighten up a little bit. Actually, it should start lightening up here soon. Till we start getting close to, go figure, St. Louis. Alright, I'm going to keep that up just in case I need that some more. Yeah, I mean, I kind of really like this airline, and that gives me two good ones now to fly with. Really, really good ones. So we'll keep it right now at our current Mach, but if we get into any stronger turbulence, we'll back it down. Okay. Now, if Cleveland's online, I'll be okay with coming on for them. Yeah, we're well outside, so I won't cause too much consternation. Just, that was not a good situation there. Yeah. Speaking of which, flip-flop.
Sorry about that, Mach 70, Southwest 1951.
No, the only... Oh, I gotta go on the other bus.
Anybody copy the transmission on 85?
American 533, reach a 5x5. And if this is Philly Tower, my apologies for dropping off. Had to leave the channel for something and didn't want to come back with people possibly around me.
Yeah, you're good. I'm trying to call Philly also, so I'm not sure where
Okay.
Sorry guys, I was having a bit of audio trouble there. I don't know what's going on today with audio for VATSIM, but let's see if we can get this figured out. Who's calling? 300 from Echo and Northwest South Beach.
Go. Alright. Alright, so looking ahead, folks. Oh, wow, Columbus Tower is up. Okay, we don't have any centers up along the way yet. Okay, so we're in cruise. Let's do a system check. Now, what's a system check, y'all? Well, we basically go through all of these. Or am I thinking A320 from, I'm thinking A320. Okay. Basically what that is, folks, we go through each of the systems: engine, bleed, I think that's pneumatic, pressure, electric, hydraulic, fuel, and so forth. And we make sure everything's fine. So there's engine. Oil looks good. Okay, and then we just all. Now, supposedly you can push the all button and eventually it'll just kind of scroll through them all. But Mine doesn't do that. Okay, there's the pressures. Everything looks good. There's how the electrical system works from the engines into the AC and the DC electrical buses. PSI on all three hydraulic levels. Now, on this, folks, you'll see green, blue, yellow. We'll talk about that in a little bit when we get to the flight controls. It actually tells you some of the surfaces, which hydraulic system. Fuel. Now, we're going to be out of balance. 48 to 46. So let's head up top. Hang on a second. Over here. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut. First off, we're going to open the cross feed. There's the valve. It's now open. Prior to that, this right side fueled the right engine. Left side fueled, or left side fueled the left engine, as well as the APU, as you can see. Now, when the center tank's open or full, it goes to both engines. Now we've got the cross feed on, so they're both feeding, both sides feeding both engines. Now we need the left side shut down. Still gonna fill number one engine because we got the cross feed open, sending the fuel this way. Then we're waiting for it to get down. And I'm going to go down real quick and check just to make sure. Looked like it wanted the ignition. Okay, and it's working itself in quick. Once we get close to 4610, what I'm going to do is reverse it. Open these tanks first, make sure no initial problem with the engines, and then close the cross feed so we can right side fill the right engine, left side take care of the left engine. And again, we're not shuttling fuel between the systems, burning it down off the other engine. Okay, now we're getting kind of close. Do that. Okay, cross feed is still open. Engines seem to be doing good. You do that, system. And it's not mine, it's the way the bus is set up. Okay, we're good. Cross feed closed. So now right side fills number 2, left side takes care of number 1. Cool. And we're, for the most part, balanced. Alright. So, let me put this back in here. So there's the fuel. Let's go on to the APU. Shouldn't have any data here. It's off. This one will be the next one we'll kind of work with. Alright, this is telling us what the temperatures in the cabin are. Fahrenheit, 72 degrees. That's not bad, we'll leave it. If you didn't like it, here, I'll pull it out again. I'm sure the pilot, boy, I wish we could do that in a real plane. Now, you can change those values right here. I could lower, see the temperature changing here in the cockpit. lot of times they will keep it colder than back there because they got the sun beaming in on them. So we'll just kind of keep it like that for now. Cabin, 72 degrees. Folks, that's not bad. And then the aft is right here. Okay, click all again. Now we'll see the doors and all the slides are armed. This number is what we're more concerned with on this page. It's the actual oxygen in the tanks, in the cockpit, so that if we have to do an emergency descent, we go on our masks, that's the air we use. The passengers are not on this. They've got a whole different system for that. Okay, the wheels are up, door lids are closed, and brake temperatures are cool. And here is the flight controls. Now, remember I alluded to this with the hydraulics? G, B, Y. Remember those. These are telling you what system or systems run these surfaces. So if you run into a hydraulic issue, say with the green system, okay, well you still got speed brakes, blue and yellow. You still got the left aileron, you got the blue and the right. You still got the rudder. You still got, now this one's always kind of cracked me up, how the elevator is different on each side. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just don't understand it. That's all. I don't fly this thing in real life. Oh, why? You know, like if I lost the green, well, I lose the green system. Ooh, my left elevator will go up and down, but my right one won't. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, your left and right ailerons work. It just really kind of wonky to me, that's all. If you lose the blue system, folks, that's when this would be a real critical problem. Same with your L. You still got backups. It really is just, it mind boggles me. So, anyway, then we click all one more time. Status is normal. All again, and we're back. And we'll click recall, clear, and we're good. Let's see how we're doing out here with the turbulence. Pull up my chart here. What dispatch told us on the way out. Should lighten up to Lejoy, Bel Air. Looks like it had. We'll keep it for a little longer. Xander is where it looks like we can maybe go back to off. Now, let me kind of show what I was doing there, how I know that. There's Sim Toolkit again, folks. All right. You can see where we are. We just crossed air, Wheeling, Virginia, West Virginia, sorry. All right, so I am going to come back up here to the flight summary and go to OFP. Okay, again, this is the American Airlines format. Again, here's our flight number. That's the day, the tail that American uses for it, and then there's the actual aircraft registry, November 12028, which by the way matches Philly to St. Louis, alternate Kansas City. Minimum takeoff fuel is this, release is this, burn is that, and our arrival fuel is 6,800 pounds. Hour and 25 minutes. Current ETA 1 hour 10 minutes. Here is our ATC strip. And coming down, now we're into that part, folks, that we go down. The only thing I don't like about this format, and I'm seeing if it's just the way it came up here. Nope, it isn't. Okay, is we don't have, okay, we crossed at X Zulu, X with X fuel, X time. So that way we can track. Folks, this is great. That's the two things that I liked about United's. All right, but overall, this is really cool. Up here at Lat Lawn, that's cool. Estimated flight level winds and at this, time of generation there. Now, what was missing from American was the magnetic course and heading. So it's here. Also, Mach number. Now, I don't know what TRR is. Real guys out there, fire away. I'd love to know. But so they're saying, variety of Machs. We'll show you the different way. Ground speed, true airspeed right here. TD, this is turbulence. What was the actual? Oh, try this again. Temperature deviation and turbulence indicator. Okay. Scored 1 to 9. I don't like deviation showing at M's and P's, but zeros are great. 4s are moderate. 5s are occasional, and that's when we slowed penetration speed. 6, we actually aren't allowed to fly through there. 7, also blocked. So it's kind of neat for that. Then we have segment distance, segment time, and total elapsed time. So then the total distance, total elapsed time, and total fuel burn. I'm sorry, segment fuel burn, total fuel burn. So it's really informative. So that's where I got, okay, we're at 4, so we're moderate. And then at Lee Joy, Bel Air, Xander, we're back to 1s, but Bauer will be back up to 2. It's going to be occasional to light chop, so we'll see. All right, and then once you get past here, you get your weights. Cost index. 1 here and here. Again, findable in United, just a little difficult. Winds, easier to find here, although I don't know what M means. It's supposed to be the component. I don't get that. And so, again, pretty good format here, folks. All right, so got that away. We're back on. We're crossing into Indianapolis territory now, folks. So we'll kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Like I said, we got about an hour. Say an hour, 5 minutes, I think. I'll have to look. Hang on. Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes. So enjoy the music. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes here to start the arrival brief. All right, folks, we're back with you. As you notice here on the nav display, ETP, that is the equal time between Philly and St. Louis. So technically, worst case scenarios, you could go maybe back. Now on your super long haul flights, you may not be able to, but it gives you, that's your middle point. You've reached the halfway point. So we're almost there at 20 miles. Then we're on for St. Louis. Oh, excuse me. Looks like we have traffic up ahead of us. See if I can pinpoint it. There it is. It's a Southwest flight headed to Omaha. Oh, excuse me again. All right. All right, folks, we're just under an hour away. Let's once again take a look at our arrival. This time we'll have charts up too. All right, well, you can see we're still on Philly. So let me close out of this. Now, this is charts 8. Not sure versions and all of that good stuff. But anyway, you can see where we are. We're coming across. The equal time point is just about to go behind us as we continue on. We are going to be flying the Arch 2 arrival. All right, so that starts our transition at Brickyard, which is Indianapolis. So let's go ahead, up arrow will act like our step. We put this in plan. Try this one time. Oh, went too far, sorry folks. All right, so there's VHP Akbar. All right, so we're gonna start from VHP here. Now, real quick, D-ATIS for St. Louis is 125.025, or, that's right folks, you can look it up on that chart again. Real quick, looking at it, exclamation mark D-ATIS gets you to the site, and then you just look up St. Louis, KSTL, 310, 18 knots, 27 gusting, 3/4 of a mile in slight blowing snow, overcast 1200. Folks, I can tell you right now we're above minimums. 3/4 of a mile, we'll double check, but we can shoot a Cat 2 or a Cat 3 if need be, so we're good there. Altimeter 3003, fine. ILS runway 30 left. Folks, we are still an hour out, and we've got the ATIS as of 1929 Zulu 10 minutes ago. Condition codes. We talked a little bit about this. Now you get to see them. Runway condition codes 333. And this is where I was wanting to know how you put that into the McDo's, because it looked like you have that ability. So we got 3s, moderate, we'll be definitely moderate at best on our braking. More reverse thrust than normal. But again, this is your ATIS you would hear if you're right now coming into the St. Louis area. Okay. Now, so with the D-ATIS, sorry folks, lost my chart, there it goes. We also have an airport elevation of 618, of course 1800, need a DME, IRU, or GPS for this approach. It's an RNAV1, radar is required, and over here, we're landing our routing from Petty, and then the top part is from Arch, so from here. So you have your routing. We'll talk about it as we walk through it up here. VHP to Akbar, Pruitt to UK, and at UK we need to be below 31,000 and 280 on the speed, so we're good. Arch 280 and above 11,000. Looking at this, it all looks good. Next page, just click up as we walk it up. Petty, now we start from Petty. Just Escott, then Eads, then Oshie. So Escott, Eads, Oshie. To FDR-KO, and then onto your assigned instrument approach procedure. In our case, it will be 30 right, so we'll be headed to Trish. Okay, and that's delineated. This is just basically meaning vectors. Okay, altitude restrictions wise, again, above 11,000. Escott between 10 and 9. Eads 9 and 8. Oshie 8, 7,000, 250 on the speed. So we're gonna hold. I'm gonna bring it down to 240 because I don't want any remarks coming from management at vAAL. But and then 6 to 7 at FDR code. All right, let's take a look at Cat 1. Here's Cat 2 if we have to go to it. It's the same approach, folks, just minimums drop drastically. Okay, not drastically, but they're definitely dropped. Okay, real quick, we're coming off FDRK to Trish. Okay, that's good. Hixham, up a couple clicks. Exhale. Really, and then St. Louis. All right, altitude wise, we'll be at or above 5,000. We are. Hixham, and we'll see. Exhale at or above 35. Really, 2,100 feet on glide slope. Okay, so what I'll do, probably set 5,000. Actually, I'll probably set. Once we get to Trish, then I'll set 3,500. Start the descent after Hixham and get us under the glide slope so we catch it. All right, back to ARC. You guys go back. All right, let's talk Category 1 approach. Standard ILS, folks. Okay, so across the top are your approach and tower frequencies and ground. The McDo will tune this in, but it should be 111.3. The approach course should be 303. Now, how that looks in the McDo, we go to the rad nav. So you'll see the ILS, either 111 you'll see ISJW, then the speed or the frequency, and then the course, which should be 303. We have to check that. Not yet, we're way too far out. Okay, then really, again, we talked about this, 2,100 feet on glide path. Descent altitude minimums. Okay, so the decision altitude MSL 800 feet, 805 feet. That's 200 feet AGL. So when we get into programming our McDo, we decide, do we want to use MDA or DH? I look at it, or I'll just kind of show it to you. So this one is your altimeter will be at 805 when it sounds minimums. Or DH will be AGL 200. Just which one do you prefer? You can't put both in, by the way. Missed approach, head to Toy VOR over Troy and hold. Pretty simple. You can see the diagram. Requirements again. Alright, so here you go, folks. We'll come into Trish, Hixum, exhale, really on in. Altitude 5,000, and you can follow it down. Now, one of my favorite charts. Currently, let's see if it'll tell us. We don't have a lot of data in, but it looks like around 130. Landing speed approach. Didn't expect it to do that. Wow. Okay. All right. So 130 is going to put us about right here. So we're going to probably look at about 710 feet or so a minute. And it's going to take us roughly 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go from really to the missed approach point. 1.7 is that point. And that should be 200 feet above the ground, all that good stuff. We don't see the runway. We would need to do a go around. Since we're coming in Cat with the ability to go to Cat 2, we'll make that decision here in a few as to which one we're going to use. All right, and then we'll have advanced lighting systems coming in. Pappy's on the right. There's the missed approach. There's our altitude. RVR of 18 or a half miles our minimum on this. I think I had an RVR yet on it. Hang on a second. Let me check something. St. Louis. No, we're not getting an RVR. It's 3/4 of a mile right now. Blowing snow, still very gusty winds. Actually not too bad. They were up to 40, 50 earlier. I think late last week, so. Okay, so right now we're good for a Cat 1 approach. I am going to go ahead and prepare the plane for Cat 2. 1, I've never shot it in this plane. And 2, it's borderline. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so we're going to come in Cat 2. Radar altitude of 116. Or 100 feet, so it'll be 705 or 100 in the McDo. 705 MDA, DH 100. RVR can go down to 12. We're not having that problem, but we can shoot the auto land if need be. I can always kill it when I see the runway. Everything else is the same. It just, we don't really have a missed approach point. All right, folks, so there you go. Weather is good. In case we have to go to our alternate, hang on a second. Alternate routing is, we'll go direct to the St. Louis VOR, direct Macon, MCM, direct Ewing, and then shoot the RUD DH1 approach into Kansas City. All right, so we are done. We've got our speeds projected. And we are good to go. I'm gonna actually, you know what I did not turn on is my radar. Alright, radar is now on. Shameful of me. And I am going to go ahead and turn terrain on here, radar on here. No, folks, that is not precipitation below us. That is just the returns for the terrain radar. Interesting, the decision altitude of 900 feet. Huh, very interesting there, Hawker. Thanks for that information. All right, let's, you know, while we're here, let's go to perf. 159 miles out, so in about 50 miles, folks, we're going to plug in the data for the McDo that you saw. Well, actually, I didn't check NOTAMs either, but according to the, well, technically 3/4 of a mile, and reading here again, the METAR, 3/4 and overcast 1200 were fine. So, I'm a little not sure what's up with that NOTAM, though. Parts of it doesn't, yeah, you're right, I'm not flying real well. But still, I'm trying to now with this airline because that's how they like us to fly. And I'm just trying to take that data and put it into this. So that would mean I'd have to have 900 feet MDA altimeter, or 350 I think you had up there, to be able to shoot that, which I've got, 3/4 of a mile and 1200, so I got all of that. So I'm just trying to translate it. Well, I'll tell you though, folks, you know, a lot of people don't get a little nervous flying on VATSIM because they think exactly that. They're going to expect you to fly just like the real world. For the most part, most controllers do not. There are a couple out there that will catch you off guard. So, matter of fact, I'm going to go back to the ATIS. See if they've updated it. 1951, 1600. So the ceiling's coming up. That's good. 333s. Let me see if there's something in here I can find. You know what? I am not going to start playing because I'll end up in a place I don't want to be. All right, 139. This is when I wish I knew what 333 could do for the plane. Well, we're going to find out how... That did not look good. We're going to find out how the slipperiness works here in about... top of descent is 120 away. And time on the roundup here. 38 minutes to the arrival point. Wow. Okay. Like I said, folks, I would love... I'm going to have to... Oh, I don't really want to watch that video again to get to that point. Oh, it's a video at work, folks. Explaining how pilots use the RCAM. And, yeah. Alright, well, I can see a lot of neat things on the horizon with this. Like I said, that's as far as I played with it until... Alright, so once we cross Indy, let's see here, what's ahead of us? On the ground at Indy. Well, that's an Omaha flight, so they'll be going away as we go south. Okay. Alright, so folks, now would be a good time, if you haven't already, put a prediction in. Alright, and that's all you gotta do, folks. The exclamation mark, the word predict, and space with a negative number. Prediction is still on from the... Alright, let's do another system check here real quick. Looks good. Fuel looking good. Bleed okay. We're 68 up front here. That's good. Perfect. Alright, so we're ready to start down, folks, into St. Louis here shortly as soon as we get, I think it's Akbar, or in the vicinity thereof. Okay, crossing Brickyard. Yep, might as well just leave it on for the remainder of the flight now. Didn't think about turning off the seatbelt sign at Columbus, that's fine. Yeah, folks, if you really want to get a good lesson on what happens in turbulence, when that does happen, check out, there have been a couple videos on YouTube about the A330 going into Honolulu. Not good. 30 people hurt. 3-0. A couple days ago. For those that were going, when did that happen? A couple days ago. So, all right, folks, we are on the arch to arrival. And we probably have 30 minutes to go. Well, ballpark. All right, landing elevation. I have no idea where auto is. So I'm going to say straight up and down. Got to get the arrival is put in, the performance for the approach put in, flight plan, top and descent winds requested and set. 20 miles prior to top and descent, we started. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to turn constraints off for the time being in LS. Yeah, we're starting to get back into turbulence. As you can see, the plane kind of as you would expect with a storm like what's coming in. And to let you know, Mid-America Airport, because I can't really report on Lambert, I'd say visibility 3/4 of a mile would be probably fair. I don't even know what they're really reporting. 1/8 of a mile. I think they're they must be getting more snow than we are up there, because I got much more than 1/8 of a mile. But yeah, I would say every bit of a half, maybe even the 3/4 Lambert has. So, yeah, it's, that's the military for you. Especially USAF. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and plan for Cat 2 and let her auto land and take over when we're able to. Top descent. All right, 50 miles out. Let's start plugging data in. Clear. Next. Wish we had a way to push it and took it. All right. We don't. Okay, we're 3003. Temperature. Negative 13. I don't think I've seen a Celsius temperature like that. Wow. Wind 310 at 18 now. I'm going to put a question out to real bus drivers, real Boeing drivers. Feel free to chime in. How do you handle gusty winds with this? Or do you just omit and not worry? Just curious. All right, and we need the MDA now. it in there. 705 or 7. Alright, we'll just go with that one. Since we got a format error. Okay, so we're looking at 122 for a touchdown speed. 128 will probably, with the gusty winds, carry it a little bit. About 135 to 130. I'll set my speed. Once we get to exhale, we'll begin to slow it to 135 by really bring it in. 135 will be a 700 foot a minute descent. Okay, all right. Again, clouds, folks, do look so much more. And again, frame rates are out of this world. Okay, top of descent is now on the nav display. Okay, and according to checklist, okay, flight plan. Okay, we've updated the winds. $30 out. What we're gonna do is, alright, so what is our descent profile? Below 31, above 11, so set 11,000. And that can actually go all the way to heading. And then we'll start our descent from there into the 10 to 9,000 range and work our way down. Check rad nav. There's our ILS, ISJW 1113 87. Check that. That is not correct. All right. We are now. Is it? I'm going to go ahead and set it. Oh, we'll leave it. Okay. Earth 16. All right. Okay, we are starting down, folks. The big thing for us is that UK, it's a little ways up. We need to be below 31,000 and slowed to 280. All right, so we're inbound for St. Louis, folks. Of course, Kansas City Center wants to chat. They are 2572. Kansas City Center, American 533s with you, descending Arch 2.
American 533, Kansas City Center.
Just said.
No contact, 12 miles southeast of the Mattoon, VOR, descending the Arch 2 arrival, St. Louis landing northwest, altimeter 3003.
American 533 copies, landing northwest, and the altimeter 003. For some reason, does not sound right.
Center American 28, PFL 350.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. That in.
20 Kansas City Center, squawk 4617, 4617. 4617, American 2.
Okay, I just had to check things, folks. I just didn't sound. Gonna be an interesting lady. Yeah, it will definitely be. That's why we're gonna prepare 100%.
Radar contact 25 miles north of the Vandalia VOR. Good afternoon.
And let's see here. I'm just gonna look at the sky vector radar. Actually, the back edge of the snow. Is through Columbia, Hallsville, and just about Rolla. Yeah, it's very close to Rolla. So, not a big, the big story with this storm isn't so much the storm, snow-wise, it's the temperatures. Now, I'm sure in some places in the country it is the snow and the temperatures.
4716. 4716, UPS 2856.
Right now, METAR's reporting it's got minus 11, so it's almost getting too cold to snow.
2948, Kansas City Center. Radar contact. Let's see. Stand by just a moment.
Okay, we're going to have 31,000 beat by UK. That's right there. Arch is above 11,000, so we're good. And, yes, Hawker?
West 2896, Kansas City Center, squawk 4654.
I wonder if he's put an ATIS out yet.
214 heavy, Kansas City Center. Radar contact 40 miles northwest of the Liberal V. Oregon.
Kansas City Center, Walker 2562 heavy with C5 level 35 now.
2562 heavy, Kansas City Center, squawk 4747.
4747, Walker 2562 heavy.
Alright, descent. Speed brakes half if need be. Don't need it yet. Will 280 here soon. CSTRs.
533, say indicated airspeed.
American. Wait 1 second. American 533. Currently, we're at about 290. We'll be slowing to 280 by UK.
533, roger.
Tried to catch me speeding. Copper. You ain't catching this truck driver. I'm sorry, bus driver.
Kansas City, good afternoon. Vision Jet 626 Tango Golf 24,000 for 270 direct cabin. Jet 626 Tango Golf, Kansas City Center, squawk 4677. 4677, 6 Tango.
Alright, we are slowed.
626 Tango Golf, radar contact 25 miles
We
west
go
of
into the
St. Louis,
clouds. Let's go
VOR.
ahead and get all the anti-ice on.
260, 626 Tango.
Okay, anti-ice on. And we're in hyperspace, folks.
It's 3410, St. Louis altimeter 3003, expect the ILS runway 30, right approach.
3003, we'll expect the ILS 30 right, Southwest 3410.
Okay, where is he at? It's not him. Not seeing this little joker. Where is he hiding? Oh, he's ahead of me. Okay. don't see him on TCAS.
Hey, KSTL Center, good evening. United 5677 Heavy looking for your by fire to Denver.
Okay, we are now in the clouds. Till landing. Okay, we might get out of it.
City Center, Southwest 23, here, we're still about 5 minutes. Alright, give me a call when you're back. We'll call him back, Southwest 23.
Okay, 11,000 is what we're shooting for. Really petty. We're still meeting the requirements. 18,000's coming up. Okay. 18,000. All right, folks, I am going to probably miss a lot of comments right now as we get into this. 318, light snow, mile visibility, cool. 30 right approach, NOTAMs. Still 333 as of 1929, so an hour ago. Okay. Here we come, folks. And again, welcome
Center,
aboard.
2562, we'd like to step out for a sec.
2462, call when you're back. Center, Southwest 23.
Welcome again to everyone to the channel from the Melvin Leroy raid a couple hours ago. Hope you're still here. If you are, we'd love you to click follow so you can come aboard future flights. But thank you so much, Melvin Leroy, for the follow.
Kansas City Center, good afternoon.
I'm sorry, for the raid. Mine's two different places at once. It's never a good thing.
Kansas City Center, Delta 1102, when you fly level 360.
Delta 1102, I see that your trajectory, your flight path now, and you're not gonna come into my airspace, so frequency change approved. Have a great Christmas.
Alright, frequency change approved, Delta 1102, how's it going?
All right, am I gonna make it by 9,000 at Eads? Barely.
St. Louis, altimeter 3003. Expect the ILS 30 right approach.
Copy the altimeter and 30 right for American 533.
United 5677 Heavy, request taxi to Charlie Pad for de-ice.
United 5677, proof is requested. You need instructions.
I'm guessing just straight ahead until Charlie. Alright, straight ahead until Charlie, United 5677.
Okay, I'm gonna set 8,000, 7,000.
Out to the south, then descended on the line, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, sealed.
Frequency approved, American 20, have a great day.
938, depart American Space to the south, and into Snottle line, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, sealing. Same to you. West 2824, descend and maintain glide level 240.
Okay, Oshi, gonna be at 7,000. Then
Southwest 3410, descend and maintain 4,000, heading 200, vectors for the approach.
4,000, heading at 200, Southwest 3410.
altitude-wise, we should be good now, folks. Precipitation-wise, on the other way, we are getting.
Yes, sir. I'm still a little ways from your airspace, but I need to step out for like 15 minutes. I just want to go ahead and check in. Well, it's 3410. You
You are 6 miles from Hickson. Turn right, heading 270. Maintain 4,000 till established on the local ISR. Clear to ILS runway 30, right approach.
Right to 270, cleared for the ILS 30, right, maintain 4,000, Southwest 3410.
Okay, we're coming up on 6,000. Let's make sure we turn all those lights on.
American 103 Alpha, where are you looking at?
I am currently 50. Hang on a minute. Currently 54 miles south of Little Rock, but I got to step out for a little set in about 15 minutes. I was just wondering if you can go ahead and give me a squawk code in case I get in your airspace and I'm not back.
No, that'll be fine. I'll just catch you when you get back. If you get in there without one, it's fine.
All right, thank you, sir. I just want to check in.
533, turn right, correction, turn left, heading 200, vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 4,000. You're 533, left, heading 200, vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 4,000.
Okay, left turn 200 down to 4,000. Okay, hang on.
Northwest 3410, wind 310 at 18, gust 27, runway 30 right, clear to land.
30 right, clear to land, Southwest 3410.
9 at 5607 DS units from clear aid, taxi 30 left.
Holy crap, I think we iced up.
5677, runway 30 left, taxi via Charlie, altimeter 3003.
I have the ideas. And Kansas City Center, American 533 appears we iced up with any ice on. We're going to have to disconnect.
Okay, we'll see you later then. Sorry about that. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. That is unbelievable flight, folks. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this one. Oh, and I just shut. Oh, X-Plane shut down. Dang it. Wow, and I meant to go back and look at that, folks. I'd like to know how I iced up with any ice on. No, doesn't mean it's going to prevent it. Wow. Well, we crashed, folks. Gotta love it. All right, well, let me get that up here. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that was definitely interesting, folks. Disheartening, but interesting nonetheless. Well, crud. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and call it, folks. Maybe I'll go back and try it again. Maybe not. Man. Why did it do that? A lot of questions that I wished I'd have kept the sim up so I could have ran it backwards and watched. But I did not. Dang it. All right, well. That means, folks, we are going to have to call it here. And want to thank you all for flying with Mike. And this will be posted to YouTube. as I really don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to video. Yeah, I'll have to watch my video and all. But yeah, I can't get into X-Plane because I shut it down. Or I shut it down. So the replay and it's not usable. Darn it. Would love to see. Well, folks, y'all have a Merry Christmas. We will be back after Christmas and try again. Not the ending we wanted, but it's the one we have to live with. Again, Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Remember the reason that there is a season? It's the first half of the word Christmas. Make sure you keep Christ first. God bless you all. You all have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again afterwards.